On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Matt Milano with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep for Buffalo is Nyheim Hines.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The Bills come in looking for win number 8 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Here's Cook. Oh, look at the juke.
53 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
2nd and 10.
Now Allen.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing now is Allen.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
A tackle made by Dorian Williams.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
They'll look to throw here.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 67 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
First carry now for Justice Hill.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Complete. Richardson has it. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You look at this Buffalo defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now, if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Right back to Davis. It's complete.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
The Bills on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They run the option on 2nd down. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Jackson. Oh, and that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half, and now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Here's Allen to throw it.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Now Jackson on 1st down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. To about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Allen. He will find Davis on the left side, complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
To the air, Allen.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Allen going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Jackson. That is caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Jackson from the shotgun. That's going deep for Bateman. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And Jackson throwing once more. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And running with power here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Again, Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Tucker's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were treated to a solid first half of football by the great quarterback, Josh Allen. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, They've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game.
Allen hit. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now Allen throwing on second down. Throw left side to Kincaid.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Jackson. The short one there, caught by Likely. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A give up the middle. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there, it was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
And Jackson going to run again.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Pick made by Terrell Bernard.
And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. It's the Ravens with possession of the football but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson. That is caught, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line.
Here's Dobbins.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
Now back to throw.
Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They go play action with Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Jackson from the shotgun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run here with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. .44-yard line.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
This time, Jackson will throw it. That one into the hands of Flowers. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. 3rd down now. Jackson to throw. He's able to find Wallace. And out of bounds right around the 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Tucker's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Now Allen. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Allen.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Jackson. And that one almost intercepted. But it's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on. But instead it's 3rd down. Now Jackson. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the runner crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're on the outskirts of field goal range here in a tie game with a little time. So how do you handle this? What do you do here, Charles?
Everybody wants to pick up as much yardage as possible, but the weird part is for field goal kickers, being in really close sometimes puts more pressure on them because it's much more of a position kick as opposed to just going ahead and letting it out and letting it thump. A lot of guys like a little bit of distance because you know they can handle it, and it's a more natural swing of the leg.
So maybe getting inside the 20, not that big of a deal.
Not that huge of a deal. Sometimes that messes you up with the angles depending on which hash mark you're kicking from.
Now 2nd and 4. Here's Allen. That complete to Shorter.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
To throw is Allen.
Up the middle, it's Cook.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Throwing, Allen.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
And the Ravens taking the field.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
Again, Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw is Jackson.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Tucker's kick is good, and with it, they have taken the lead. That was a big risk here in overtime. You send him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yep.
And guess what? That only gives about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield and be in position themselves. So you have confidence in him, and you have confidence in your defense, so go ahead and let him kick that one.
And now out come the Bills.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback, a hot route, so to speak.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
97 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on third.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Allen going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Allen to throw once more. And he fires one, but incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially keep this game alive in OT. And it hits off the upright. Oh, my goodness, no good. A heartbreaking finish as they will lose by 3 here in overtime. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
So 3 points, the deciding margin, and the kick no good at the end that could have sent us to overtime. And while it was a decently long kick, you know, we've almost gotten to the point with these kickers these days, anything inside 60, we just expect them to make it. But that was a tough pressure kick.
I love how you brought that up, though. That is so true because the kickers have almost done themselves a disservice by being so good.
Yeah.
Exactly right. And when they do miss it, the idea of, you know, that's a really long kick in a difficult situation, folks. Tough.
It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And coming up, we've got Daniel Jones. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Giants and the Browns under the lights on Monday night.
The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for his start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, It's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 24 carries, 106 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He finds his man, complete. That's Holland.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Watson now to throw.
His throw incomplete.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The handoff to Ford up the middle.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, they turn to Ford.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the gun, Watson.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Back to throw, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Chubb fights through him, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. Decision time, opening drive here. What would you do?
There is no decision for me. I'm the visitor. I'm on the road. I've moved the ball downfield. I've got momentum. I'm going for it right here. Look at that play sheet. Pick out your best play.
And even if you don't get it, then your defense is going to have a really good situation on the other side.
Exactly. And in fact, though, I'm not even telling my defense to get ready. I'm telling them to get ready to celebrate because we're going to score.
And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Second down and 3. Throwing, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. Right back to Njoku. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions, and the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it, for them to get downfield that quickly? And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Browns put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point attempt to come here. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Now Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. That one a first down pickup of 8. Off the play fake, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pearson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. The Giants at 5-10 now on the year, and they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Watson tries the right side, and he finds Bell. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carlos Basham, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And some space here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and a yard. This is Ford. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. From the red zone now, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now it's Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And now out come the Giants. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's Gray on 2nd down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points.
But
and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
After this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Flush to his right. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Jones on third down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a fourth down.
This is taken at the 23.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now the Browns coming out on the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On the ground, it's Ford.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down.
He's going to look deep for more.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. With that, he matches his receiving yards from a week ago, and we still have more than a half of football to play. It's a 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Watson's throw here into the hands of Moore.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. They set up the screen to Chubb. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Watson on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit.
He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, You and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
From the 35 on second down, Jones able to find Gray here.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw. Jones.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Handoff now. It's Gray with it.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
And the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 10-0 lead, you figure they won't try to do anything foolish here. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
No gain on the play there. Second down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous. And if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch.
The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run again here with Gray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 23.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Now Chubb running right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Here's Jackson to return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Jones.
That is caught. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On the run, this is Gray. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Jones on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5, 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And they look to cash in. Excellent field position. 4-yard line, 1st and goal. Now the former Cal Bear, it's Patrick Laird.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Jones will try and run with it.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown.
And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Campbell. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it now with Gray. Shoves him away. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
48 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Jones.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Gray.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. On the ground, it's Gray.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On the ground, it's Laird. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 24.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Back to throw. Jones. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on fourth down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right?
Get
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
They begin this drive with Chubb.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Back to throw, Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. With it is Jackson. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now Jones. Forced out to his left.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
12 yards there as they move the chains. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll try the left side. Gray. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. This 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Gray. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
They'll run here with Laird. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Running once more with Laird.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Up the middle they go. Laird. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This a 43-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Watson.
That is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Watson from the gun on 3rd down.
Open man, that's Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Watson looks to throw again.
Slant route complete to Bell.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Now Watson.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
On 2nd down, here's Watson.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off play action. Jones.
And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Jones, throw brought in by Bellinger.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones going for it all.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try the left side. Laird, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Giants first down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Gray. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's Gray on second down.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Jones.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb.
And he will have a Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The handoff to Ford up the middle.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And despite the cold, despite the snow, this one was fun to watch, and I want to thank you for bringing 2 things, the space heater and the hot chocolate. Those were a big help for us here in the booth.
Yeah, just so you know, in the future, get your own space heater. Okay, I'm an only child. I don't share very often. But this had to bring out, like, the 12-year-old in us, didn't it? I mean, to be able to watch this, and let's face it, when you were that age, you didn't come inside until mom screamed, get inside now, young man, because you wanted to be out there just having a good time, and actually you almost forgot just how cold it was.